our criminal justice system failed this country on Shakahola. And I want this committee, and I wish this committee can actually be able to pin this issue where it belongs. This Shakahola matter is a criminal issue. It is not even a religious issue. And therefore, if we can get a framework for self-regulation, we have the competence to deal with issues of doctrine, which the state does not have. That's an addition I wanted to add. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, Bishop, you still want the floor? Or we... Okay.
Thank you, Chair. In addition to what our General Secretary has said, I've remained with only two remarks. One, it's like when you asked that question about whether we would support the drastic measure, it echoes in our minds that very good relationship with the state. And I think it is dangerous in one way or the other. And state categorically that church teaches obedience to the law. What does the law say is what the Christian should do. What the law says is what the church organizations should do. And therefore, we feel as much as we ask for amnesty, we want to enforce, because the church works in collaboration with the state to ensure peace, to ensure unity of that so-called state, which is a society united. And the church is also to facilitate that love of Christ as a recipe to make the state peaceful, united, and cohesive. That is where we come and say and join hands with the government to deal with matters like we are doing now. So on my side, I want to say, okay, we cannot ask for that corporal punishment, as you are saying, but with an amnesty, we can allow churches to come back and fulfill requirements that are according to the law. Because the law here has a role to play as much as the church as well. But you can find these guys are passing in between. They are somewhere, then you cannot catch them well. And in that margin line where they are is what we are terming as criminal. In Rwanda, where my church have churches in Rwanda, when the government wanted to clean up the church, they closed the churches. And my churches were closed.
Including your churches?
Yeah.
Including your churches?
Including my churches.
That is the
African Brotherhood Church.
African Brotherhood Church. Okay.
Then we were told, okay, guys, because some of these churches are foreign, like ABC is a foreign church from Kenya. They said, here is a guideline. This is what we want to see fulfilled as a government, so that the registrar can look at it and say, you can qualify. And that is what we went through. And that is why I would recommend that the government should not run away from this. It is the responsibility of the government to ensure that all organizations in this country work according to the law. Where they needed amnesty, for example, they said, okay, now a minimum qualification for someone to open a church in this country is a degree in a minimum in theological education. That is the only person who can register there. And now you see they are giving direction, because they are saying such a guys are coming in here and saying, the Spirit has told me. They said that is not enough. So we cannot agree to this. We want someone who has gone to school even and come up with a certificate to show, and that he has been trained on ABCD, and therefore he qualifies. And then they were given, like my pastors there, only one was at a degree. The others were diplomas. And we are given an opportunity now to upgrade the diplomas, because the government is not after the church to close. They want to help them to become clean and strong. And then they are given a period of time so that they can upgrade to fulfill the law. So we should not look at like we are in a wedding. Let us be in a serious wedding, and so that we can build the society, and a strong, faithful society where justice is taken at stake. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, my Lord Archbishop.